ball go with that. So we're going to bring the ball, I'm going to demonstrate this one just so you can see, go side on, underneath the big toe line. So underneath that toe there, and then you're just going to do a little press. So I'll step back so you can see, you can align your feet. So you're going to press into the ball and you're going to press off the ball. So it's a little press with the foot, as if you had that foot pump. So start with the ball underneath your right foot. You can align your feet. You're going to press and release. So you're pressing into the ball, release off the ball. So breathe in to press, breathe out to release. So do the 4, 3, 2, 1. And then from here, you're just going to move the ball to the arch of the foot line. So you're going to draw a line down the arch of that foot. So you can turn your hip, turn your knee to really get into the arch. So if you're using a golf ball, or a ball that's not as squishable, if that's a word, then make sure you're not going right over the heel to keep the ball off of the heel. So if you've got a softer, more pliable, and it's going to give, then that's fine. But you don't want to go over that heel otherwise. So you're going to do the 2 there. And then you're going to bring it back to centre. You're going to take the ball so your toes, the digits, just fall over the edge. So your heel is now going to stay into the floor, like we did this side on. So you're going to do a little press and a release, but it's the digits that are now going over that ball. So we'll do about 10, but you can do 8 to 12 reps if you were going to do this first thing in the morning. So press 4, 5. Then do another 6, so let the digits curl over the ball and then spread back out. So press, release. So for 3, 2, so it's just a little rock back and forth, 1. And then from here, lift the heel off the floor and you're going to roll through the centre of your foot. So obviously if you've got a tennis ball or a spiky ball, you'll cover more surface area anyway. If you're using a golf ball, then you might need to double up, you might just get 2 digits at once and therefore you need to move the ball across again. Otherwise, stay with this. And again, if you've got that firmer surface that you're contacting with, like your golf ball, don't go over your heel, remember, because it's already got that fatty padding over it that covers your heel bone that protects it and it degenerates over time, so you don't want to diminish that further. So it's a little knead through, let's go another 3, 2, this leg can be bent 1. Okay, and then from here, you're going to place the ball, so again, it's not right on the heel, and that's whether you've got a spiky ball, a softer, or a golf ball, not on the heel, and you're going to press down into it in reverse. So you can have a little bend in the knee and release, so you're pressing, releasing. So the toes are spread out on the floor, keep the toes down, press, release. So you're going to do the 4, 3, so this leg won't fully straighten, 2, 1. And then from here, you're going to roll out to edge of your foot. So you can turn that ball and roll. So obviously don't go over on your ankle. If you need to take the balance, that's fine. I'm going to do the 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just bring it back to centre. Press down, just let those toes curl over the ball so you feel that stretch through the foot. Keep curling the toes over but without squinching, so you're just going to lengthen the toes over. And then really spread out the toes. Okay, bring the ball to the centre of the foot now. So the toes and the heels are off the ball and you're going to press down and hold. So you're just right in the centre of your foot there, okay? And hold. So this is going to decompress any tension in that foot line. And then release. Okay, take a little shake out. Just go for a little walk. You might find one side feels different to the other. And then be careful as you do this, especially if you haven't been doing a lot of movement already today. You're just going to hang forward, so it's not a full roll. And then you might notice one side is longer than the other. Okay, so the side that you've rolled, because you've lengthened through the fascial lines, you've created that within the system, within the structure of your body. So this is what we're looking to do. So change sides. So you're going to start with the ball under the knuckle of the big toe line there, and we're just going to press into it, rock and rock off. So remember, that line of your fascia, so not just if you've got plantar fasciitis, but the whole fascia that covers the entire structure, so it goes around your muscles, your bones, your organs, almost like that cling film. It actually starts from the heel on that back line, and it runs through the lower leg, the back of the thigh, through the glute, through the back, and it taps behind the back of the eyeball there. So sometimes when you get tension headaches, if you've been sat at your desk, not just from looking at the computer, but because you have just been static, if you can move your feet, this will help hugely. Okay, 2 more. So press on, press off, and then you're going to take a roll down the arch of the other foot. So this is connected to the spinal column on this line. So really knead into those tissues. How does this foot feel compared to your other foot? And 2 more. And then we're going to release. And we're going to go back to the centre. Now keep your heel down. Let the toes spread over the ball. So you're going to press down, press off, release the tissues. So press, release. How does that feel? A little press and release. And just work with that. And we're going to do 1 more here. Press, let the toes spread out. And then you're going to take your foot off the floor and you're going to roll down the centre of your foot. So you're going to keep a connection. You can have this knee bent slightly so you're not leaning to the side. And just roll. We'll do 4 more. So overnight the fascia gets stuck down. So Friday morning it feels more difficult to move and the body feels tighter, tenser, stiffer. So it should be able to be picked up, but it tends to get stuck down. So we just need to reignite those fascial lines and release. Okay, from here, place now the toes on the floor. So you're going to reverse press here, release. So you're just pressing down and releasing. So you can have a little bend. So it's not right on the heel, it's always in the pocket of the heel, so it's slightly forward. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out. 7. I'll do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're going to bring it back. And then from this position, you're going to turn. So you're going to go down the side now. So side on the opposite leg. So little roll. So just turn the foot and roll. Or you can keep the foot more level. It's entirely up to you. So whatever feels best for you as you do this. And we're going to do 2 more. And we'll bring it back to centre. Okay, and then you're going to bring the ball to the centre of your foot. So just check the toes are aligned, that you're not in a static position. Then take the heel off the floor and the toes, press down and hold. So you're going to place a stretch through the entire structure underneath on that foot line. So take another breath in, exhale as you press down. So over time, because our feet tend to be put in shoes, they lose that ability to balance, that proprioception, that feedback to the floor. So we just want to stimulate those tissues. And then release there, just have a little roll out. Okay, have a little walk, have a little shake out. And then you're going to do the same. Probably should have got you to do this at the start as well to see if there was a difference anyway in the alignment. And now they should be there or thereabouts. So you're not trying to touch the floor, you're just literally hanging. And they should be more or less in line as you've re-lengthened. Then come back up to the top. Okay, last little bit here. Go back to your right foot. Now you're going to circle this time around that line of the big toe. So you might need to turn in slightly from the hips. We're going to do 6 circles clockwise. So this is an important joint that needs to open when we walk, when we run. If this joint doesn't open correctly, we risk that slamming of the foot and you can't fully open your ankle joint. If you can't open your ankle joint, I guarantee you're not going to be open your hip joint correctly. So when that hip doesn't open, the load will start to go into your lower back, change direction. And we get a little bit of this posture of a leaning forward or a shuffle. It happens, you know, when people get older, they get that stoopness in their posture. A lot of the time it's because this happens, it's almost like that skating action as opposed to walking through that line. So just make sure you change direction. And then we're going to go back to the opposite side and we're going to circle. So just keeping these basic this morning. Obviously there's a lot more we could do. And change direction. So make sure you've done 6 one way, 6 the other. And then release. And just take a little shake out. And bringing your feet into hip width. You're just going to float that right heel. Release. Float your left heel. Release. And then take your right leg away. Circle one way, circle the other, switch sides, circle, circle, bringing it back,